Hello everyone, and let's talk about The House by the Cemetery, written by Lisa Childs. This was published in 2024. It is a standalone book. At least as of right now, it's a standalone. I don't see anything regarding it being a series or not. I have a little question mark by it for some odd reason, but with looking at Goodreads right now, it's a standalone. This is an adult horror mystery thriller, and there was an audiobook available when I read this book, and it was narrated by Lisa Horowitz, and it was 8 hours and 43 minutes on standard one-time speed. So what is this book about? It is told, I believe, if I remember correctly, it's told in third person, and we're following this family where the patriarch of the family has passed away, and so you have members of this family coming together to do the funeral. The patriarch, and this family owns a funeral home, so they're having to bury one of their own. There is some questions as far as if he died of natural causes or if this patriarch was murdered. And so they're trying to figure that out. And it seems like someone is also trying to kill other members of the family. And there are a bunch of secrets, and of course secrets become revealed, and motives from the past and everything. And things like that. It's your standard, I really don't want to say anything to spoil anything, but it's just trying to figure out if this guy died of natural causes or was he murdered. Takes place at a funeral home. Like, I think one time they go to, did she go to town one time? I don't remember. But this mother and daughter come back to go to this guy's funeral, the mother's funeral, or the mother's father's funeral. So it's a mother and daughter. They go back to the home due to the patriarch, which is obviously the daughter's mother's father. So it's a grandfather, mother, daughter. I'm all over the place. I do apologize, but that's what it's about. Figuring out if he was murdered or if he died of natural causes. If he was murdered, obviously the person wants it to appear that he died of natural causes. They're just trying to confirm one way or the other. Other people that are either related to the family via blood, like blood relations, or maybe something else, like sexual relations or anything like that, or friendships. Some people start having people try to take their lives. They don't know obviously who's trying to kill them, and there's this rumor about this ghost in this cemetery that this funeral home resides on, that if you hear the axe or this certain sound 3 times, it means you're gonna die. Rumor like that. And just trying to uncover, was it a murder or was it natural? And if it was a murder, who did it and why? That's the book. The edition that I read was from my library, and it was 279 pages. So we have the following content and trigger warnings. We have mentions of a drug overdose, and this is set at a funeral home. So if that is very creepy and bothersome to you for any reason, then you'll know to pass this, because that is where it is set. And then we have death of a baby talked about, death of parents. Death is a big theme in this. You have an affair mentioned, you have bullying, and you have a mass shooting talked about as well. So a couple of harder topics. I can see why this would be harder for some people to read. As far as your representation, you have PTSD mentioned, you have adoption, fostering, as well as mention that someone is black. Outside of that, it would be up to your imagination. This book does take place in Michigan, so if you're trying to read a book from all 50 states, this is set in Michigan, so you would have that one covered. And then we have the following words in case you are still on the fence, and then this way you know if there's a word you want nothing to do with, or if it passes what you are able to tolerate in a 279-page book, then you'll know, or whatever edition you pick up, however many pages, then you'll know to give this book a pass, or if you can tolerate the word popping up once or twice. So we have the following words. We have hell 51 times, the word God 21, not in religious context, damn 31, shit 5, dick 3, prick once, bullshit once, asshole 6, piss once, hussy once, fuck 3 times, the term goddamn twice, the name Jesus once, not in religious context, ass twice, bitch 7, and screwing once. And screwing is used in reference to sex in this particular case. Sometimes when I read books and it has the word screw or screwing or screwed or something along those lines, it's either using a tool to fix something like furniture repair, or my life is screwed, so my life is effed up. So there's like 3 different ways that that word can be used. But in this, so either way I'm going to count it. But in this book, I do, if I remember correctly, it's either I'm screwing my life over, but I'm 98% positive it's been a little bit, I do apologize, it has been a little bit since I've read this book, but I do believe it was in reference to actually having sex. So like, who's doing this to my partner type of a situation. And yeah, so there is a little bit of a romance, but not really. The focus is the horror. As far as the romance, it is like the detective going, ooh, I like her, but she's a suspect. But I like her, but she's a suspect. So you got a little bit of that. When it's told in third person, you've got from the third person POV from the granddaughter of the patriarch that is dead, that was either killed or died of natural causes. And you have, I believe, from the granddaughters, so the patriarch's daughter as well, and from the detective. So you have at least 3 different POVs, all told in third person. Okay, so now let's go to the author profile that is on Goodreads. It says, born one dark and stormy Halloween night, Lisa Childs was predestined to write suspense novels. She loves spinning dark and twisty stories that keep readers awake because they're either too busy turning pages or too scared to sleep. Lisa Childs is the prolific author of more than 70 published novels. In addition to romantic suspense, she also writes women's fiction, paranormal, and contemporary romance. So if you're looking for a author that does multiple genres, I have seen that in prompts for certain readathons as well, then Lisa Childs would be one to look at as well. Lisa loves to hear from readers who can contact her on Facebook or through her website. So I will try to link at least her website in the description box in case you are interested in that. Other books that she has is The Runaway, which is book number 1 in the Bane Island trilogy. Let's see. The Witch Hunt series. Legal Seduction, which is book number 1 in the Legal Lovers. So she's got, as it said, over 70. I'm not going to go through all of those books. So I know this one was short. When it comes to these book talks being about like a middle grade book or specifically a horror where you really want to keep the subject to a minimum to not spoil anything, that's pretty much all I can say, because I really don't want to enter spoiler territory. I want you to find out all these twists and turns by yourself. That's what makes horror fun, at least in my opinion. So definitely let me know, have you read The House by the Cemetery? And if you have not, have you read other books by Lisa Childs? Definitely let me know. Knowing what is in this and what it is vaguely about, but knowing what the content and the trigger warnings are, and knowing what the representation is, and knowing what the word usage looks like, is this one that would need to be a pass for you? No shame in that. Or does this go to you and go, okay, this passes what I can do. I can tolerate everything in there and handle everything. So you'll go ahead and pick it up. Definitely let me know. Talk to me in the comment section below. And until next time, stay true to yourself and enjoy a good book. And I will talk to you later.